Hello, everybody. We're talking about friends today, and how they have changed in transition. It's Tuesday. My name is Henry. Just to clear that up, in case anybody's forgotten my name. Has your circle of friends changed since transitioning? Yes. So to explain my situation. I lived in a really conservative, kind of Christian environment. My parents are Christian, and all my friends were Christian, and I did the whole Christian scene. I was meant to become a pastor and stuff like that. I was really into that Christian conservative thing. And when I started getting on the internet and researching things and trying to figure out what was going on, because I had the feeling that something was not quite right and I couldn't figure out what it was. And so I came out as gay originally. And I was really afraid that no one was going to like me because I was a lesbian. Because I lived in this Christian conservative place that didn't accept gay and lesbian people. So I just sort of assumed that everybody would kind of ditch me, and my theory on that was to ditch them first. And so I sort of ditched most of my, acquaintances, outside friends. I still had my close friends, and I would talk to them sometimes. But I mostly just kind of isolated myself because I knew that if I just, came out with it and said, hello, I'm gay, what's up? There would be kind of an outrage in the church and kind of this sort of thing that happened. And eventually, it took about a couple months or so before I realized that I actually wasn't gay and that I was trans, and that was a whole new ballpark for me. Though it was kind of easier because at the time I didn't have any friends when I started transitioning because of the whole gay thing, and I just sort of hung out with my close friends and only the people I would like play video games with, or and like my brother's friends, and that would be it. And so my friends didn't accept my transition, like not at all. When I came out on Facebook because I didn't want to do it to anybody in person because that was just too terrifying, and it was terrifying within itself to put it on Facebook. And so I just said, hello, I'm transgender, and let the word spread from there and let the gossip run. And trusting that to out me to everybody that needed me to be outed to. And it worked. And, I had a hard time, trying to get everybody to call me by my name. And it never worked. They never ended up doing it, my friends that I would hang out with. Very few close friends, like one or two people that I would actually hang out with. And it was kind of a thing that we just sort of, it was the elephant in the room. We wouldn't talk about the fact that I was trans or that I was a guy. They would just sort of just kind of accept it. I don't know if they would call it accepting it. It's just more like ignoring it. And if they had to use a pronoun with me, which they tried not to, they would use a female one and that sort of thing. And so it's not as if anybody was openly against my being trans. It was just sort of an uncomfortable, shameful thing, which I think is almost worse. But eventually all those friends either moved away or just sort of lost touch or whatever and stopped talking. But I gained a lot of friends in that time also because of the internet, not in real person friends, because I don't ever go out anywhere or do anything really. I just, go to school and come back. That's it. And so I've gained lots of internet friends. I'm hoping that in the next year, I can stop being so isolated and stuff. Passing is a really big deal for me because my biggest triggers are my birth name and pronouns, and I don't always pass, and it's always terrifying to me, the fact that I wouldn't pass or that I would be misgendered or whatever, because that misgendering stuff is like really close to home because my family don't accept my transition and my friends didn't, and so they would all misgender me all the time, and it was a really big deal to me. So I'm hoping that my friends in the future are totally okay with me being trans. If they aren't, then I don't see why I would become friends with them in the first place. I like the fact that I get to start out fresh and that I don't have to worry about, coming out to people anymore. It's much better after you've already been out for a while. So, yeah, there's that. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Have a lovely day, and goodbye.